The world adored her. Crowds screamed her name. Newspapers worshipped her beauty. But behind the palace walls, behind the jewels and smiles, Princess Alexandra lived surrounded by women who did not simply dislike her. They wanted to destroy her. Because in the royal court, nothing was more dangerous than a woman who was loved more than the future king. And Princess Alexandra of Denmark was loved by everyone, except the women who wanted her power. If she slipped once, one wrong step, one wrong whisper, one wrong scandal, they would have taken everything. This is the hidden story of her rivalries. Alexandra entered the British royal family like a shining star. She was young, breathtakingly beautiful, and adored by the people from the moment she touched English soil. Crowds waited all night just to see her wave. Women copied her fashion. Men bowed twice just to impress her, but admiration creates jealousy, and power attracts enemies. The first rival to step into her path was not a stranger. It was Queen Victoria herself. Victoria ruled with an iron will. She controlled her family, her ministers, her empire. But Alexandra's popularity threatened her. The public began talking less about the queen and more about the rising princess with the bright smile. Victoria sensed danger. She feared she was losing the spotlight, so she tried to control Alexandra. She limited her appearances. She criticized her clothes, her habits, her choices. Alexandra stayed silent, polite, respectful, careful. But the tension between them filled every palace room. Victoria would watch her with cold eyes, searching for weakness. Alexandra gave her none, but the queen was only the beginning. When Alexandra married the future king, Edward, she stepped into a world full of women who wanted to control the man she loved, and controlling him meant outranking her. Edward was charming, easily influenced, and famously unfaithful. The first rival to emerge from the shadows was Lily Langtry, an actress with unforgettable beauty. London adored her almost as much as they adored Alexandra. Lily was bold, unapologetic, and she loved the attention Edward showered upon her. Whenever Alexandra entered a ballroom, Lily's eyes followed her, full of envy and ambition. When Edward flaunted Lily publicly, Alexandra did not collapse. She refused to give her rival the victory. Instead, she walked with more grace, more elegance, more poise than ever before. The more Alexandra refused to break, the more her rivals realized something terrifying. They could not destroy her. Then came a new challenger, one far more dangerous, Princess Alex of Hesse, the future last empress of Russia. As a young visitor, she admired Alexandra at first, until she recognized a truth that burned her pride. Alexandra was everything she wanted to be. Loved, adored, respected, a deep bitterness grew in Alex's heart. Not hatred of Alexandra herself, but hatred of how impossible it was to replace her. But the final, true rival, the one who nearly undermined her power, was Alice Keppel. She was clever. She was calculating. She played the long game. Alice was not reckless or impulsive like the others. She was gentle, intelligent, and dangerously charming. She understood Edward's weaknesses better than anyone. She soothed him when he was angry, listened when he complained, and made him feel admired. The court whispered that Alice controlled Edward's moods more than Alexandra did. Influence shifted quietly from wife to mistress. Whenever Alexandra entered a room, Alice gave a deep, exaggerated curtsy, a gesture that looked respectful, but was really a declaration of victory. "I've taken what matters," but Alexandra saw through it all. She understood one thing better than any woman around her. Mistresses could borrow Edward's attention, but they could never steal his throne. They could never steal his people. And they could never steal her dignity. So Alexandra did what she had always done. She endured. She stayed silent. She protected her crown, her children, and her reputation. When Edward finally died in 1910, the moment every rival feared came true. Alice Keppel rushed to the palace, desperate to see the dying king. Edward allowed her near him, but Alexandra stood in the room, watching. When he took his final breath, Alice collapsed in grief. Alexandra did not shed a tear. With a calm that cut sharper than any sword, "Please remove that woman." In that moment, every rivalry ended. Every challenger lost. Every woman who tried to take her power vanished from history. And Alexandra, the quiet, gentle woman the world underestimated, proved she had won the longest battle a royal woman can ever face, the battle for reputation, for respect, and for legacy. Because long after her rivals faded into footnotes, one truth remained clear. Alexandra was the only woman the kingdom truly loved. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment your favorite topic you want me to cover next. Your support helps bring these forgotten queens back to life.